Universal Orlando is a gorgeous resort with many fantastic photo spots and views. This week, we are going to go through our top 5 views at Universal Orlando Resort. This is episode 459 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello, everybody. I am Michelle, your host for today. And with me, I have got the lovely Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Lee.
Hello, everyone. I knew she wasn't going to say me first because I've never described me as lovely.
I know. And Mr. Christopher.
Hola.
You see, we don't get lovely. We just get Mr.
I'm grumpy today. Sorry, guys. It's all good. So, jumping right in, because this is going to be a fun episode that I'm kind of excited about.
I am, actually.
Same.
I had a hard time narrowing this down to 5 views, to be honest with you.
I've always said before, when we do top 5s of certain things, there's inevitably a lot of crossover, but ones like this, that's very specific to, I think, like what your favourite view is very specific to you. So there's a lot of scope for this one and potentially not a lot of crossover, although I think there will be at least one.
Well, at first, when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, God, that's going to be so hard because you think of like the normal ones that everybody would think of, right? And you're like, God, we're all going to say the same thing. But then when you start really thinking about it, like you said, personally, what my favorites, then the list got longer and longer. So, yeah.
And I think most of us maybe threw in some unique things in there to get away from just, the globe or the lighthouse, that kind of thing.
Damn it, I've got 3 now then.
Krakatoa.
Okay, I won't make you go first, Tracy. All right. So the criteria for this was we had to choose our top 5 views from around the Universal Orlando Resort. And the only stipulation was that we had to have seen them with our own eyes in person. So we couldn't have seen a photo taken by somebody else.
Yeah. So basically it was because Tracy asked about the Volcano Bay, Cabana Bay route view, like the Volcano Bay view, Cabana Bay rooms. And yes, let's be honest, that would be, if you're going to pick the best views, they would be on everybody's list because they look amazing, but we've never actually seen them in person.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, diving in with our number 5, let's have Chris go first.
Ooh.
Okay. My number 5 is the Hogwarts Castle at nighttime when it's all lit up during the show. For all these that I picked, I literally went through 3,000 photos of previous photos there, and I wasn't even going to select this. And then that photo just kind of popped in there and it looked fake. It looked like an advertisement.
Yep.
And it was just a picture I took at nighttime with all the lights on, fireworks in the background. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good picture. So, that's my number 5.
Yeah, Hogsmeade at night, anywhere. I don't think you could stand anywhere in Hogsmeade and not look around, especially at night, and not go, that is a fantastic view. That is a fantastic view. That is a fantastic view. And at night especially, it's absolutely stunning. It is lit so perfectly on a night. I think when we were over last year, we did Hagrid's at 10 o'clock, so it was about 20 past 10 when we got off, and there was only pretty much us in Hogsmeade, and I took so much time just taking random pictures around because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is. And that was actually my number 5 too, so back to the drawing board for me. All right, so Lee, what's your number 5?
This is one that I haven't seen for a long time. It's another ride that I haven't done for quite a long time, and I know I'm probably going to end up doing it when we're over next year because Jade wants to do it again. If you get very specific seats on a ride in Marvel Superhero Island,
I'll be holding the bags.
The view from the top of Doctor Doom's Fearfall out over Islands of Adventure is amazing because that is the only place you will get to see that view from with your own eyes. Basically the entire park from 200 feet in the air
Oh my God.
I want to
That's
do
so
that.
awesome.
I've never done it at night. Tracy and I have actually had this conversation quite a lot recently. That we've realised that there's a lot of rides, outdoor rides in the parks that we've never done at night. Zeus Trolley Train Rides one.
Yeah,
we
which I've wanted to do, but I always get vetoed.
I think a lot of the time is we've complained before, and we never actually get to be in those parks when the rides are after dark. And if we're in after dark, like in the studios, we're at Horror Nights, and the last thing you want to do is ride rides. So I'd love to do that at night. But yeah, the view from the top of there is just phenomenal. It's a view that you're only ever going to get to see from the top of that ride. I wish that ride was more like one. We have a similar drop tower ride at Flamingo Land, our local park, and it does exactly the same as Doctor Doom, but after the initial shoot up and then drop down, it then takes you to the top and holds you at the top for 10 seconds and then does a full drop. I would love Doctor Doom to do that, because then you'd actually get to enjoy that view for a really short amount of time. But rather than getting shot up and then thrust back down, to actually get to sit and enjoy it. But yeah, that's my number 5. And it was a no-brainer. It was the first one that came into my head when we did this.
I'll have to trust you on that one, because I don't do Dr. Dooms.
Oh my God.
And I think the 2 or 3 times I've done it, I've always been at the back of it.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
There's only 3 specific seats that you will get that view. I can't believe the list of attractions that Michelle won't ride is getting longer and longer as the weeks go on, by the way. We're learning new things all the time.
It doesn't seem like that when I'm at the parks, because I'm constantly riding things, and I ride like Hulk and, lots of, it's not like I'm just in the baby rides the whole time, but God, when I talk to Lee, it sounds like I'm never riding anything.
So what is it about Doctor Doom that you don't like?
I'm not a fan of drop rides.
Is it the shoot up or the drop?
It's the drop. And I do have a good excuse. It was a childhood trauma.
Okay.
You got dropped on your head as a baby?
No, it was at Six Flags with my family. I was only like 3 years old, and I really wanted to go on this. It was a drop ride. It's called the Free Fall. And my dad was like, okay, she wants to go, even though I was too short for the ride. Somehow they got me on.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And I get up to the top, and I'm like trying to get out of that thing. I was screaming my head off when I realized how high we were. It was so traumatic. And I've never liked drop rides since.
Understandable.
It's time to face your fears.
I agree with Chris. Mind. Time to get back on the horse.
I was that kid that, when you see somebody who's forced their kid to go on a ride, and then they're like leaving the ride and they're screaming their head off and bawling, and you're like, oh my God, that's the worst parent ever. That was that situation for us.
But weren't you your own worst parent because you wanted to ride that?
Well, I was 3. I didn't know any better.
Hey, that's 3 years of experience.
I guess. Lordy. Anyway. All right, Tracy, what's your number 5?
Well, it's just changed, because I looked at my honourable mention and my number 5, and they've been interchanged. They've just swapped again. So my number 5 is actually, as you walk underneath, in Islands of Adventure, as you enter, you walk underneath the Adventure Begins bridge, and the vista.
How did I know you were going to use the word vista there?
Of port of entry just opens up in front of you. But very specifically, now this happened the last time, I believe it was the time before. Oh no, hang on. Jade was with us. It must be the last time we were there then, in February. And we went in to meet somebody, and it had been raining and it was dark.
It was the Sunday night when we met up with Andy.
So it was raining, there was puddles of water everywhere, and all the lovely bright lights were actually reflecting in the water as well. So,
because we were stood in the entrance to the Christmas shop for about half an hour, and Jade was like go mental over all the Hello Kitty stuff.
Yeah. But so under there, but specifically after dark, and when it's either raining or has been raining, because it's really pretty then.
I'm surprised Port of Entry is number 5 for you.
So was I.
I expected it to be much higher.
I expected it to be top 3.
I expect all 5 of hers to be somewhere in Port of Entry.
See, this is why this top 5 is an interesting one. Like normally when we do these, I could probably pick 2 or 3 out of Tracy's list. This one, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, because a lot of times these are just thoughts in our head, while we're just standing there thinking, oh my God, this is beautiful or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't really verbalize it. So
It's very
at least
true.
that's how it is for a lot of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like while you guys are talking, I'm thinking of even more and more spots. I hate top fives like this
Yeah.
because there's too many.
Should be top 50s.
I hate being the host of a top 5 because I always have to go last.
Let's do top 25 next time.
Yeah.
It's one of, you don't always have to go
No,
last,
I
'cause
I
don't.
alternate it.
Okay.
This is one of those top 5s that we could do this today and you'd have a list of 5, and we could do it in 3 weeks' time and have each of us have a completely different list, and do it in 6
Very
months' time and have a completely different list, and then do it in a year's time and have another completely different top 5.
Yeah.
That's true. Although mine have been pretty consistently some of my favorite spots every time I go to Universal.
Some of mine I can't even replicate.
Oh.
I don't
Okay.
want to know. Okay,
Well, let me do my number 5 so we can
Go on then.
continue on and see what Chris meant by that comment. All right. So I had to change my number 5 because my original was the bridge between Jurassic Park and Hogsmeade looking at Hogwarts Castle. So,
Good one.
yeah. So I'm going to say now my new number 5 is the balcony at Cowfish, sitting on the balcony at Cowfish. I think it's the second level, the second floor.
Yeah.
Overlooking City Walk at night.
Yeah.
Because there's at least the times that I've been there, there's always been a nice breeze,
Yes.
and I love City Walk at night so much.
Yep.
And from that view, you can really see all of the lights and the different colors, and looking across the water, and seeing all of the water taxis, and seeing the Hard Rock Cafe over there with its beautiful sign kind of blowing in the
Yeah.
breeze, and Toothsome. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous view for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You also get to people watch, which is one of my favorite things
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
City Walk at
Yeah.
night is stunning. I love it. The Universal Orlando Resort, just at night as a whole, it takes on a whole different atmosphere. I love it during the day, and at night it just becomes something completely different.
Transforms,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really does. It's awesome.
It does. I really look forward to like going back to the room, and in the afternoon, cleaning up and going back out to City Walk after it gets dark for dinner, and when you're all dolled up. It's a totally different environment. It's cool.
It is. It's something you miss out on, Michelle, because you don't like to walk. But like, it's a lot of the reason why Tracy and I, when we stayed at the Royal Pacific for the weekend, that we'll walk back to the hotel, because that just the ambience of walking, like going down the hotel entrance to like the side of Margaritaville and walking through, is something a lot of people don't actually do, and you get to see part of Universal Orlando that not necessarily a lot of people get to see, and it's usually dead.
It's also it's a good way to decompress between leaving the park and
The only annoying thing is those guys on the tuk-tuk bike things.
no, but you just say no, thank you.
No,
and
it
they
just
go,
annoys
but
me. I don't want to have to talk to you. Go away.
You don't normally. You leave it to me.
That's true.
Such a lovely man to
Oh,
run
I
into.
know. Yeah.
All right, Tracy,
Yes.
back to you. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually inside a place. It's standing at the bar at the Hog's Head, waiting for a Hog's Head brew.
Interesting one.
Because you've got the Hog's Head itself snuffling and moving about. You've got all the taps that are usually, they're fantastic. There's just so much to look at when you stood at that bar waiting for your drink. And you know me having a bit of a laugh with your bartender and what have you. And it's half the time I'm not even thirsty. I just go in there to have a look and I get a drink because I'm there.
Yeah,
But
I do like that one. It's very photogenic.
there's so much to see, and every time I go in, I go, oh, I didn't notice that bottle or that elixir that's on the shelf behind, and it's
such a shame that they amalgamated the two together, the Three Broomsticks and the Hog's Head,
I know.
and didn't make the Hog's Head something completely on its own. Because I think if they'd have done a separate bar altogether, would have been much cooler. Like a proper little sort of British, those little villagey pubs out in the middle of nowhere, like the Slaughtered Lamb.
I knew exactly where you were going.
Would have been awesome.
I want the Slaughtered Lamb pub
That's
anywhere.
so cool.
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice why they chose to sort of push the two together. I suppose it's kind of like Moe's Tavern, isn't it, in Fast Food Boulevard? It's a separate thing. You have to sort of walk through Moe's Tavern to get into
It could be
Fast
fire
Food
regulations or anything you don't know. But yes, I don't know where that came from. It just was something that popped into my head.
Boulevard. I
So-
like that one.
That's a good one. That's a unique one. All right, Lee, what's your number 4?
You're all going to like this one.
Oh.
You might not.
Sounds like
You
a
might
challenge.
go.
Fast and Furious.
Shut up.
Fast and
You
Furious
might
exit.
go. I don't think it's strictly a view, but I'm gonna put it out there. It's actually. I've actually put 2 views in here as one because I couldn't split the 2
it
up.
out.
Shut your face.
Mom,
God.
Dad.
I couldn't split the 2 up because they're both virtually the same thing, but in 2 very different areas of the park.
Right.
They're both during Halloween Horror Nights.
Uh-huh.
They are both balconies.
Ah.
So either looking over the rabble waiting to get into Halloween Horror Nights from the VIP balcony at the front of Universal Studios Florida,
Yes.
or the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon balcony looking out over the rabble in just enjoying Halloween Horror Nights. I think if I was pushed to choose one over the other, I think I would go the VIP lounge balcony because it's from a feeling point of view. And like I think back to our RIP tour in 2019, that anticipation of the night, it's palpable. You can feel everybody below you waiting to get in. Is that excitement building for everyone to get in and have an awesome night at Halloween Horror Nights? And the fact that we're kind of lauding it up on the VIP balcony above everyone, you know, we're
Watching
better
all
than
the
you
peasants.
are. Exactly.
For just 2 seconds, you get to feel like Michelle. She stays Portofino. That's how that feels. It's such an amazing feeling.
It is, but it's cool because it's like not everyone gets to do it. You know, it's not something the average guest gets to experience. In fact, a lot of people probably don't even know it's there.
I never knew it was there. And that was the first VIP tour I did with you guys. And just going up there, and I've gone there since 2003 or 4 or whatever it was. And going up there, I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I
You're
just
right.
always assumed it was like team members or workers or whatever.
Yeah,
They're like
Like an office building kind of thing.
Yeah.
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 The
And
NBC building one was different, though. That one I knew people went up there because they would look out.
Yes.
I'd see people up there during different events, and I always wanted to go up there. The fact that we were able to that trip, yeah, that was amazing too.
Yeah.
I think I saw it for about 2 minutes.
Oh,
I
because you
was
were your brains out, weren't you?
Yeah.
further to not well, thank you very much.
I'll be honest, I didn't really go out there. I was sat inside talking to Claire, but okay.
Well, so Lee just stole my number 1. So
What?
again,
Ooh.
I'm changing my. It's a good thing I had a bunch of extras.
I didn't honestly expect anybody to have that one.
Yep, that was my number 1.
Wow.
It was the NBC one was an honorable mention for me, but okay.
I didn't even think
All
about
right.
it.
The NBC one.
Yeah, the NBC building.
All right.
The NBC balcony, yeah.
Balcony, yeah. Sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna go before Chris steals my next one. Okay, so my number 4 is actually a view from the water taxi, and very specifically from a water taxi coming from Portofino Bay
Of
or
course.
Hard Rock.
Mhm.
I see. I knew it. I knew that was coming. But anyway, coming from that direction, because that's the only way you can see it, when you're coming up the canal and you pass right by the Globe. I love that view
Yes.
because that's usually my first time entering the park when I
Yeah.
get there for a vacation. And so it's the excitement's building, and you feel super close to the Globe, and it's
Yes.
the backdrop of the studio's gates. It's just a very cool scene. So
Yeah.
that's my number 4.
And like I said with the VIP balcony, it's not something the average guests get to experience. Only the 1%ers who stay part of it away.
Well, come on. Anybody can ride the water taxi. Anybody
Yeah.
can go have a meal at the hotels.
Yeah, I know. I'm just winding you up.
Ay, ay, ay.
I think Michelle shooed me off the boat last time I tried to go over there.
Anybody can be a travel agent and get really good rates. If you want to be a travel agent, talk to Robin at mouseandmuggletravelcompany.com.
With the plug.
When did this become jobs with UUOP?
Well, the last episode was
Well, that's
a
very
job.
true. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So there you go.
Fair enough.
Okay. Chris, what's your number 4?
So my number 4 is waiting in traffic from the Holiday Inn down the street, coming into the park. No, I'm kidding. My number 4 is the view, and it has to be in the evening. So we're talking 6:30, 7-ish. Sun's got to be setting. Whole sky is all glowing. And it's the view from the High in the Sky Seuss Trolley train ride.
Yes.
When you take, and I forgot which track it is, because there's one specific track that just loops you out real far out near the water. And I have 1,000 of the same pictures. Every time I ride, I always take the same picture because it looks that good. You just get this beautiful view of the entire park. Mm-hmm. You got the sunset in the background. You see, the light, is hitting the lagoon. Yeah. It's just so relaxing.
It's the track on the right that does not go through Circus McGurkus.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Mm.
Yeah. That view is just great. It literally, like I said, it kind of puts you at ease because the ride itself is a very soothing ride. Yeah. You're just kind of listening to Dr. Seuss, almost like you're a child again, listening to, your parents telling you a story. Mm-hmm. Then you get that view, you get the wind. If you get it right with the wind and everything, yeah.
And during the holidays, even better.
Yeah, very true.
With all of the Christmas lights and everything up, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's a ride we've never done other than the middle of the day. And I don't really understand why.
Yeah. It's good then too. But when you get that sunset,
yeah, I can imagine. We were watching, I think it was Jackie Super Enthused, and she went on it at night. And yeah, at night it looks stunning, and yet we've never done it. So, but it's good though. It gives us all these things to go out and do when we go back that we haven't done before.
Yeah.
But I love. Yeah, it's funny. Islands has 2 rides that are above the park. Not a lot of attractions are that, like a slow moving attraction at that level. You obviously got Pteranodon Flyers, which you can't get on because unless you've got a kid, or Zeus Trolley. Not many theme parks have rides that are like a level up. It's why I think we specifically, and I know a lot of people love the TTA, the People Mover at Magic Kingdom for exactly the same reason, because it gives you an entirely different view of that park.
Yeah. Yep, I love that too. Yes, indeed. All right, Lee, what's your number 3?
My number 3 we're on to now, are we? This is kind of a view that's already been mentioned, but from a very specific place. It's something I've mentioned it quite a lot on the show, of a relatively new attraction that gives you a different view of an already existing area. The outside portion of Hagrid's Queue, there is a certain point where you're kind of not quite above Hogsmeade, but elevated and looking out. It's kind of that back. It's the sort of back past Hagrid's hut, and then you do a switch back and round. That back portion there, it kind of opens. There's trees and foliage and stuff. And you can see through into Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, and it just gives you a completely different perspective of Hogsmeade, and it does feel like you've kind of stumbled upon this hidden village in the Scottish mountains, which is what it's supposed to be, and you're viewing it as like someone who's just happened to stumble across it. And I think I've said already that I think Hogsmeade is gorgeous from any angle, and Hagrid's adds to that by giving you a view of that village from a very different perspective, and it feels different. It just feels like I say, like you've stumbled across this hidden village in the Scottish mountains.
Yeah,
I love it, especially at night. Again,
yeah, I agree. Yeah. I like that view too. Mm-hmm. Can you also kind of see the Flight of the Hippogriff from there as well? Okay,
yeah, because I think I've got a picture of it going up the lift hill with the moon behind it.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Nice.
Who has not gone? Tracy.
Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3. Well, this is the one that I actually expected to be my number 1. It was the first thing I thought of, and I didn't think anything was going to top it. And it's not a particularly spectacular view.
I have no idea then.
I mean, it depends on your perspective.
I have no idea.
But especially when it's the first time it happens in your trip, and it takes your breath away because you're home, and it's the top of the escalators at the parking garages as you come down and enter City Walk. At the top of there, and you're looking over, and you see home.
Over the bridge, over
So you've gone over the
Hollywood Drive and mini golf, and then
and
down.
as you're coming down that escalator, it's just that's the point where you really go, I'm home.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes.
And I did expect that to be number one.
Yeah,
but
I think it is. It is because it's got the Welcome to Universal Orlando.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, as I say, it's nothing particularly special. It's just
it
coming
is to
home.
you though.
Yeah,
it's just that excitement.
Yeah, it's just right. I'm here. I can relax now.
It's the feeling that you get when you go in the park.
And it's weird because it kind of goes against what Michelle said. Like it's that juxtaposition to what Michelle said earlier, because hers was coming in on a water taxi past the Globe, and that was her experience. Like that was when she knew entering Universal for the first time. And if you're staying at the on-site hotels, you don't get that view of City Walk because you're not coming in that way. So yeah, I suppose it is very. That just shows you how much more of a 1%er Michelle is, that she's always staying on site and never gets that view. That the riffraff.
I don't think Michelle's ever seen the People Movers.
To be honest, I stay at Cabana Bay more than I stay at Portofino. Okay,
fair
guys?
enough. All right, fair enough. I must admit, yes, the last time we were with you. The last time you got that view, I suppose.
And it's different. I mean, even if you're staying over at Royal Pacific or Sapphire and you're coming from the water taxis from that direction, then your first experience is the lighthouse.
Yes.
So, it's you can get it from any angle, but yes, that's
what she said.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Oh, you should have seen
That's killing me.
Tracy's eyebrow just nearly popped off her face.
I was yawning and I had to literally spit it out.
Oh my God. Don't say stuff like that while you're in your thong, Chris.
Is it December? Oh, jeez.
God. Jeez Louise. Anyway, for me, the Globe is my favorite of the three choices, just because of how close up you are to it. I don't know. It's just cool. Okay. Yeah. I digress. My number 3. I really don't want to say this one after after all of the ragging you guys are doing.
Oh, it's the Portofino beer. It is that. My
number 3 is from a bay view balcony at Portofino
Shocked.
I can't say
I would have been surprised if you said turning the lighthouse on,
No.
I am so desperate to stay at that hotel.
Well, and listen, you can't request the balconies. So it's not like I paid a bunch of money to get a balcony. I really just got lucky one time. Yeah. And I had a bay view balcony in a deluxe room at Portofino, and it was on the opposite side of the lagoon from the dock. And at night with the bay all lit up, it was just so pretty sitting out there.
You have all the little boats out there too, right?
Yes, it's so pretty
awesome.
at night.
Yeah, I actually watched, I think it was a Tim Tracker video of his hotel tour of Portofino just a couple of weeks ago, and it does look absolutely stunning.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I wish there was a way to reserve a balcony room. I mean, we get requests all the time, but it's just luck of the draw. I think that's a totally missed opportunity for them to make money, but so that's my number 3.
Yeah. I'm like I say, I'm desperate. I'm hoping that when we come over for the weekend next year, we'll at least get a couple of nights of Portofino Bay.
Sounds like we're going to be moving around a lot.
We are. We've already had that conversation. Yeah. Every hotel.
You will try Portofino next time. I promise.
We're doing first night at Dockside, second night at Surfside, third night at Aventura, fourth night at Cabana Bay, fifth night at, what am I missing? Sapphire Falls.
Wait, you're really moving each night?
No, are we not?
If you think I'm packing and unpacking that much.
Oh, no, you won't be. We'll just be living out of a suitcase. It's Michelle's fault. She told us we're doing it. Don't you, oh lordy.
I didn't say do all of the hotels in one trip.
Yeah, you did. I think you forget the conversation we had earlier.
Were you both drunk?
No.
He lies a lot.
I know.
I don't lie at all.
You do. You lie in bed.
Jesus.
All right, Chris, what's your number 3?
All right. So number 3 here is a little bit of a stretch because it also can be not here.
What?
But here is the most ideal place to see it. And this is the memory that I have. and it is seeing Krakatoa from the towers in Cabana Bay.
Okay.
So we rented there when they like first opened up, asked for a tower room, asked facing Krakatoa, and opening up the window. I mean, it was literally like, Volcano Bay was our backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still to this day, it's one of the most coolest views I've ever seen out of a hotel room, just because it's literally a water park that is beautifully themed and that can be seen from high up above and not ruin any aesthetics, ruin any kind of theming or anything.
Okay.
It is made to look as it is from every angle.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're talking about the Volcano Bay view rooms, right?
Yeah, from the
That
Volcano
have the
Bay.
floor to ceiling
Exactly.
windows.
Floor to ceiling windows. So you got these giant, 10 feet windows, super wide, probably 10, 20 feet wide. And this just panoramic giant view of Volcano Bay. It's amazing. It literally, that experience was super cool for us going to check that out. And that's one of my favorite views there.
Yeah.
Yep. And just so everybody knows, if you want to rent those, stay in those rooms, they're actually called Volcano Bay View rooms.
Yep.
Those are all the rooms that are in those towers.
They are incredibly expensive. I
Yeah.
priced it up when we changed to Dockside.
Yeah.
When we changed to
Really?
Dockside, I priced it up, and it was like £1,000 more.
How much are they
They're
per night
really
now?
not.
It was.
They're
it
really
was
not.
going to cost me £1,000 more.
Man, when we stayed there, I'm not joking. We probably paid $130 a night or $140.
Wow.
Again, they had first opened up those towers, so maybe.
Well, of course, it depends on lots of things. It depends on the time of year.
Yeah.
It depends on
Yeah.
how full the hotel is, because as the hotel fills to capacity, the available rooms get more expensive. So there are lots of factors to consider. However, the majority of the time when I'm able to book for myself or clients, the upgrade to that room is really only maybe $20 or $30 more than like a family suite.
Remember
It is.
that.
It's an extremely affordable room for a phenomenal view. That's
It
all I'm
is.
going to say.
And there is a sacrifice to staying in those rooms for somebody like me who doesn't like to walk a lot.
Oh, Jesus.
I am a majorly spoiled baby, apparently.
Yeah, no, not apparently.
So those rooms are the furthest away from the main lobby and the
She
buses.
is very, very, very right about that.
It is.
They're very far, but you are extremely close to Volcano Bay.
Which is what I was going to say. If you plan to go to Volcano Bay a lot, it's the best room because it's right there. So
It's too many
I have
bays.
one other comment about that room, and this is for any other crazy people like me out there. I'm an extremely, extremely light sleeper.
There we go.
I hear everything.
Drums.
If you drop a penny outside, I'll hear it and wake up.
Yeah.
Those windows, even though they are hurricane-proof impact windows, I could still hear the music from the theme park. Some people may be like, that's awesome, but they turn the music on way earlier in the morning before they even open. So I think it's like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. around there. That music's on. I was up. Again, some people are okay with that. I sleep in late. So we only stayed in that room once because of that. I'd love to stay there. I'd probably bring earplugs and do it again. But yeah, that's just another thing.
and see, I've stayed there many times and I've never heard it until I'm awake and I open my curtains and I'm like, oh, listen, the music's playing.
No,
but
and again, that's
I'm a
just
heavy
me.
sleeper.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a super light sleeper. I hear everything. So
honestly, I heard more in the other rooms, whether they're interior or exterior, but I heard more in the other rooms being closer to the pools and the traffic, the hallway traffic going to and from the restaurant and stuff than I did over in the Volcano Bay view rooms.
They're definitely a room I would like to stay in at least one night just to check them out, just to sit in front of
It
them.
is
and cry.
gorgeous.
it's so good. And at nighttime, you get to see the whole park lit up.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty. We leave our curtains open for a good long while
Yeah.
I
at
can
night.
imagine, it'd be stunning.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break to hear from our favorite Mouse and Muggle travel company.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the Truffleatrees in Seuss Landing or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than wands and potions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs, earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rated customer service. Just visit mouseandmuggle.com to fill out a no-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you want to go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Welcome back, guys. All right, on to numero dos. And I am going to go first. Did I have I gone first yet?
No.
I don't think so. All right. So my number 2 is the Hulk at night.
From where specifically?
How am I supposed to? The Loop. I don't know. How am I
On
supposed to
it.
say
You
that?
mean on the ride?
Actually, on the ride,
Okay,
like on the ride, not from the very first launch, because I don't even have my eyes open at that point.
What a surprise.
But after you've kind of settled in to the ride a little bit and you can keep your eyes open and just enjoy the ride. Or maybe all of you can do that the whole time. I don't know. But the whole rest of the ride, especially when you're up high, it's just so pretty at night to be able to look over the whole park and everything's all lit up and it's just gorgeous. I love it.
Going back on what I said earlier, another ride that we've never done at night.
Nope.
It's phenomenal. It's really like the only time to ride that.
I probably have, but not in any recent memory.
It's about
God,
12
you
years
guys
since I've
have
ridden
to.
it
It's
full
the
stop, isn't
best.
it?
2009.
Wow.
Oh, the park's
That
always closed at
sucks.
night, so it's very hard.
It's
Yeah.
rare that Islands is open at night when we're over, and when it is, we're usually in the other park doing Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, that's true.
We are getting to a point now where we aren't tied to school holidays. Well, apart from mine. But I'm paying enough. I can take time off when I want to.
Your homework
Well,
over there.
and where the Hulk is placed, if you're leaving like during the holidays when there's not HHN going on and you're actually in that park at night, it's right there on the way out. So it's kind of one that we just kind of stop on and hop on really fast on our way out.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Try it.
I mean, even just the ride itself, especially now with the new light package on it and stuff, it's stunning.
It is. But it's even better being on the ride.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Number 2, Chris.
Number 2. So my second pick is a very unique pick, only because it's not something that anybody can just go and do. Now, some people on this show have done it before.
Yep.
I've literally just changed mine to put this as my number 1, and you're about to steal it.
I think it's, my
Hey,
number 1.
welcome to my world.
And
I've
this
had
is that I
3 of
switched
mine
it.
stolen.
I switched it. I was going back and forth between number 1 and number 2, but I put this one here for a reason. Number 2 is the view from inside of the broadcast center inside Universal Studios, looking out onto the streets of Hollywood. And
that
to
is
make it even
kind.
better, while recording a podcast.
Spoilers, guess what my number 1 is? And I've literally just changed it because up until 30 seconds ago, it was my number 2.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, that was for those of you that may not have heard that episode. We had the opportunity to record inside of the Universal Studios Broadcast Center with Blake Braswell. We did a episode on
Mardi Gras
and
It was
the
awesome.
shows, everything. I mean, it was
So good.
It was a lot
Yeah.
that we
Awesome.
covered there, and we all had the most amazing time in there. It was a very unique experience, one that I never even thought of happening, and I will never forget that.
Until next time.
Until next time. Yeah.
Yes. Can there be a next time, please?
There will be a next. We should have been in there last October.
Yeah.
Ali had
Yeah, we were gonna
invited
do
us
Horror
back.
Nights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have
Yeah.
been there. So I expect
Awesome.
it to happen again. Although there is one thing that does worry me ever so slightly about the potential of it not happening again, and that is the
Yes.
guy that used to run that
Yeah.
broadcast centre no longer works there. So I don't know,
I know.
but I'd like to think it will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hire him as a contractor.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one alone now, and I will talk about it in a minute.
That was a good one. That was so memorable.
That she haven't even.
I didn't even think about that
my
one.
God, that was the second one. Was the second one on my list. That when I started thinking about, it, I was like, that there has to be, has to be.
All right.
Damn it.
Well, Lee, do you have a number 2, or do you need to think about it?
No,
for a
I've got a
second
number
now?
2. I literally just
Okay.
switched my 2 and 1 round. So what
All right.
Chris
So
just
tell us
said
what your
should have
number
been.
2 is.
So my number 2 is the one that Chris had as his number. Well, kind of his number 3 that I expected to be his number 1, and that is the view of Krakatoa from coming through the entrance and up that path and then round the corner as Volcano Bay opens up in front of you. Seeing,
Yes.
I had seen videos, I had seen photographs,
Takes your breath away.
hundreds of them, but seeing that in person for the first time was just stunning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is a testament to what Universal do now of how amazingly themed that water park is. And even to go to what Chris pointed out, the fact that you are above that theme park in those Volcano Bay view rooms and none of that theming disappears. That is a testament that you can see it from 4, 5, 6, 7 stories up above it and it is still that stunning. I would love to see it at night. Obviously we've seen the volcano from around the resort, but never actually been in the park at night to be able to see it, but it is just breathtaking. And they knew what they were doing, because you don't just kind of just like, you don't enter the park and it's there. It's like that. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to save that for my honorable mentions, just in case someone has that. It is like another one that I will mention later, that they tease. You know it's there, but you have to walk up that meandering path and then round the corner to that opening till
your
you actually get the
anticipation's building.
payoff. Yeah. It's not just it's not a view you stumble across. It is very deliberately left to a specific point for when you get that view, and it's stunning.
And,
I'm
and to
so
go
glad,
off
glad I took you on that tour, because it definitely, for myself too, before I tried it, it's a totally different perspective being there, because now I absolutely love it. And I don't like water parks.
Yeah.
But seeing it in person just really changes everything.
It's just amazing how small. Sorry, Chris.
No, I was going to say, to go off what you were saying earlier, the light package that they put inside of that park is incredible. It's a completely different park at nighttime. When you see it during the daytime and nighttime, like even just standing in front of Krakatoa and just being on the beach, it's all lit up. The volcano, it's changing some colors there, and it looks completely different than it would at daytime. So it's they did such an amazing job with that light package. I can stare at pictures all day.
Just that park overall, it's amazing.
Yeah,
like we know how small a plot of land that is. Yet when we walked around with Michelle and Gina when we were there, it felt massive. It felt huge, and it really isn't. And that again is testament to how well that park was designed. And it is stunning. The only word I can use is stunning. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yep, agreed. That was one of mine. I was considering putting it down, but I didn't. Awesome. All right, Tracy.
Yes.
Your number 2.
Mine's another bridge one. I like bridges. I do like bridges.
I know you do.
I like bridges. Mine is standing on a bridge on City Walk, a very specific bridge. Again at night, because I like night. Maybe I'm a vampire. I don't know. So the specific bridge is the one that takes you into the studios.
Okay.
So you need to be stood with NBC on your left, the arches on your right, and you are looking straight down to the lit up lighthouse.
Yep.
You've got all of everywhere's lit up. You know, you've got Hard Rock, and you've got Toothsome, and you can see Antojitos in the distance, and
Big
you can
fire.
see,
Yes.
and just seeing all it's like looking at like Vegas Strip.
Yeah, it
You
kind
know.
of is. It's the perfect view of City Walk,
and
really.
you stand there and you can just turn your head and you can see both parks. But seeing the lighthouse lit up and the light going round on a night, there's just something about that. It's so centering and calming that after a busy day in the park, it's nice just to stand there and just take it in, let the breeze blow over you, and just
That's a
chill
fantastic
for a minute.
one. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that was my number one.
I have said that's why I like
It's
that.
not now.
Part of the reason why I like the lighthouse more than the globe, because it impacts at night. It impacts the whole resort.
It's atmospheric.
Yep.
So yes, that's my former number one.
All right.
It's making me very melancholy in this episode right now. By
I
the
kind
way.
of want to take a trip this weekend. I'm just talking
I
about all
know.
I
this.
know. I'm
Let's go.
intrigued what everybody's number one is, because what I would
You
have
know what
thought
mine
everybody's
is.
number ones were, they've already been said. So,
I actually thought Lee's would be the same as mine.
I
But
don't
it's
know
not.
what yours is.
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's find out. You ready? Drum
do
roll,
it.
please. All right. Lee.
Yeah,
What's your number
everyone
one?
knows what my number one is. Chris
it's
already
not-
stole it.
You're welcome, buddy.
My number one, and I didn't expect anybody else to have it, to be honest, because I think it is kind of one that, because we've only done it once. And
I told you I was going through 3,000 pictures,
Yeah.
and that one came. I go, oh yeah, that
So
one.
yeah, my number one is the view of Hollywood Boulevard from inside the Radio Broadcast Center at Universal Studios Florida. It is. I had this as my number two, and I don't really know why now I look at it, because if you go back to 2014, 2015, might even be earlier than that, we did an episode of the podcast, our bucket list items at Universal Orlando Resort, and we broke it down into achievable bucket list items and probably unachievable
Yeah.
items. And recording in the Radio Broadcast Center at Universal Studios Florida, I had in my probably not achievable
Yeah.
bucket list items.
And look at what happened.
And we got to record in there, and it was phenomenal. It was amazing.
Yep.
It was a dream come true. And funny, I've always said on the show, when we do interviews, it doesn't matter who it is, if it's a listener, a Mike Aiello, a Blake Braswell, a Charles Gray, it doesn't matter who it is, I am sat here literally getting ready to throw up before they do them. Sat in that broadcast centre with our PR contact, eagle-eyed watching over
Yeah.
me.
We love her.
Blake sat across from me, Darren, Chris, and Tracy there, and me hosting as well. Like, it's weird when you know you've got people watching you introduce a podcast. It
Yeah.
felt so awkward. It should have been the most nervous I have ever been doing an episode of this podcast. And honestly, it's the most comfortable I've ever felt doing an episode of this podcast.
That's
The other
so
thing you
cool.
forgot to mention is that was the first time we all recorded in one place,
It was,
It is,
right?
yeah.
Yes, you're
Oh,
right.
which was
yeah.
also a very unique thing.
Yeah.
Like we do this for years, and being next to each other, we're just all smiling, laughing. It was a very
I
unique
never
experience.
thought about
Yeah,
that.
it was. I've
Aw.
forgotten. Yeah, you're right. So, yes.
So cool.
That view of kind of looking at my co-hosts and our interviewee and the glass windows
Yeah.
that most people walking past are completely oblivious to what's
Yeah.
going on inside. And I'm not quite sure why this was my number two, but it has to be my number one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris,
Interesting.
your turn. What's your number one?
All right. So
And-
I'm a little curious because similar to my number one, it hasn't really showed up on anyone else's list, even Lee's.
Okay.
I'm worried
I have
now.
a feeling I know what it is, and I know what Tracy's
And-
number one is now.
My number two was my number one until I got reminded, and I'm like, yeah, that can't be my number one.
I know what it
And
is.
going back to what I said,
I'm so confused.
there are things that
I know what it
you-
is.
that I can't replicate. I mean, I can try to.
Oh, no,
but
maybe
the
not.
chances are very difficult.
Okay, maybe
And
not.
my number one view is viewing the streets of Universal Studios.
It is. It is.
On top of the King and Queen float.
Oh, no, it's
during
not.
Mardi Gras
Ah,
as King and Queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was, and that I'm relying more on the emotional feeling and just experience. We got picked that one time. For those who don't know, randomly, we're like running there 2 minutes before we're supposed to be there. And they're just like, oh, you guys, you come over here. And we were King and Queen of Mardi Gras for one of the Mardi Gras parades.
Awesome.
And that experience was literally sitting on thrones with a cape and crown, throwing beads out. And that was
so
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, it was such a phenomenal time, which is, I hope I didn't ruin anybody else's, but Lee, I'm a little shocked you didn't have that on yours.
Well, I've never been King or Queen of Mardi Gras.
Well, not the King or Queen, but
No.
you have been on a float.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Because Tracy's a little angry at you right now.
Am I?
I didn't want to
Or
ruin
maybe
anybody else's.
not.
No? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my number one. Tracy can go last. Okay. My number one, I had to change because Lee had my number one a long time ago. So my number one, this is a close second though, is standing at the front of the crowds at the gates of Universal Studios, waiting for your first entry to Halloween Horror Nights to begin for the season. So, but you have to be all the way at the front of the gates because all of a sudden, you're waiting there forever because, to be at the front of the gates, you had to have been there for a couple of hours. So you're there, all of a sudden the smoke, the fog will start, and then you'll faintly hear the music start. And then you'll hear the chainsaws, and then you can start seeing some of the scare actors come through the fog, and like the excitement and the fear just starts building and building. And then they get right up close to the gate before it opens. That is my favorite view.
That is a really good number one. I
It
didn't even
is.
think about that.
Well, you've just ruined your credibility of our Halloween Horror Nights podcast host because you shouldn't be there. You should be at Stay and Scream at that point.
And I haven't seen it because of that.
Listen, hold on. Have you ever done that though?
No, actually.
Okay.
It's a very good experience, Lee.
It
really
is a very,
Yeah.
very good experience. It's such a good experience that I actually consider this every single year. Do we want to go in and do Stay and Scream, or do we want to go wait with the crowds to feel that anticipation? Because when you do Stay and Scream, you don't feel that at all. It's just like you're already in the event and you're all running for a house. So you don't get that.
And it's really cool. I like Michelle said, I mean, we used to do that all the time before we did Stay and Screams, and seeing all like the stilt walkers going back and forth, even if you're not in the front, like the front is the best. But when they open those gates and there's a crowd in front of you, you just see the crowd going in, but there's an empty street of Universal in front of you, just full of stilt walkers.
Oh,
It's a really, really good view. It's really
It
cool.
is so cool. And that's my very first introduction to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Robin and I were pretty dang close. Actually, were we at the very front of the gates?
Robin
And
was at the front of the
had
gates?
we had never been before, and that was our first experience, and it was such a cool first experience that I want to replicate it every year.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the hilarious juxtaposition of Michelle's original number one, her actual number one? Her actual number
You're
one.
right.
Her actual number one is I like to be in with all the plebs at the front of the gates. And my other number one was I like to lord it above the plebs by being in the VIP
Yes.
by being on the
Yes.
VIP balcony.
That is me right there. I start with the peons and work my way up.
You can
Sour
mix
Patch
with
Kid.
everybody.
That's hilarious.
But in all honesty, being up there, you can see the same thing happening just as easily. So
Just without all the sweaty bodies around you.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't something, because even when we went in 2004, I think, if I remember rightly, Tracy had already opened at that point, so we were just queuing to get in them, so it wasn't even, because we didn't even know at that point that they did the opening ceremony. It was only after we came back and found a video of it on YouTube, so we didn't even get to see any of that. But no, we've always, whenever we've done it at the studios, we've always done Stay and Scream or RIP to her. How
I love
1% is a we?
Well, and another point is that the people who really haven't been to Halloween Horror Nights a lot are those people in that crowd, because otherwise you know about Stay and Scream, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of newbies in that crowd. And when that whole scene starts, everybody gets kind of nervous, just like Robin and I did. Everybody starts getting a little, oh my God, what are we doing? And I don't
Feeding
know.
off
It's
each
just,
other.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's a good one, actually.
Love it. Can't wait to do it again.
Yes.
All right, Tracy.
Yes.
I have no
Bring it up.
idea at this point, because what I thought it was, what you were alluding to by reacting to Chris's the way it was, I thought it was one thing, and then you've kind of gone, so I'm not sure whether it is now.
All right. Well, bring up the rear. Tell us what your number one is.
Well, it's a view that not everybody gets to see, but
Lee, put some clothes
I
on.
know, I'm sorry.
but
But
shut up. But anybody can.
oh, no, they can't. For a price, I suppose. Sorry, go on.
It has been sort of mentioned already, but I just wanted to shut Lee up.
No.
And it is actually the view of the park as you are riding on a parade float.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
especially when you get to that point where it's like golden hour
Yeah.
and the sun's going down and the lighting's starting to change. And it's magical.
well, and especially when you're on the float with a bunch of your best
it
friends.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
And
It
it's-
was amazing.
It's amazing how different the park looks just from being, 8, 10
Yeah.
foot
Again.
higher.
A perspective of the park
Yeah.
that is completely different to the average day guest.
And if you think about it, it must be the same for the stilt walkers.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
and it's, yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember seeing the park. Like my eyes were glued to throwing beads at people, but I
Yes.
had no
Yeah.
idea where we were at any point. Just
Mine
Fox
too.
yelling at us, which was our
Yeah.
You
float,
He was awesome.
float coordinator, right? He's just like, all right, guys, slow it down.
Like-
Still got plenty of places to go to. And I'm like, Fox, just give me more beads, man. Just give me more
Like,
beads now.
We're already done, mate. There's none left. And we're only at
We
Fallon.
haven't even left the back
I
lot.
know.
You could argue the specific perfect point is rounding the corner from like San Francisco around by
Mhm.
Transformers and seeing half a dozen of your listeners
Yeah.
running alongside
Yeah,
the
that
parade
was
float,
Awesome.
videoing and taking pictures of us
Yeah.
on the parade float.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Tom, especially.
Specifically,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Tom was literally like just gunning through people.
Sprinting
Yeah.
past everyone.
Elbowing the kids out the way.
Well, the same over by Cafe La Bamba. There were a bunch of
Mhm.
people there too.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Stephanie was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was that moment though of it's like, hold on, we're about to pull away. And it's that moment where you're seconds from breaching the back lot and going through the gates. And it's that excitement builds because we hadn't done it before. We didn't know what to expect. And it goes from virtual silence to this
Amazing.
horde of people
Yes.
Yeah.
begging and
And then
screaming.
you get to
for
see your like
beads.
stilt
It's-
walkers that are with your float
Yeah.
starting like set up to go with you. Like you're seeing all the back
Yeah.
end of kind of how this is performed,
Yeah.
which is you never think about it. You just
No.
think, oh, beads. That's it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Even our driver came out and introduced himself and spoke to us, and you can see it's quite a tight knit team.
It was just a phenomenal experience
really
from start
was.
to finish. It really was. Like just that whole sort of hanging about in Central Park beforehand, just with your group, just chatting with your friends and stuff, and then you get called into the back lot and it's like we're getting to go, it's like Halloween Horror Nights, getting to go behind the scenes and stuff, and then that whole thing on the, and like kind of bonding with the other people on your
Yeah.
parade float and stuff, and then actually going and chucking beads out. It's just, it was a
Yeah.
phenomenal
and,
experience.
and like Chris said, Fox was amazing.
Yeah.
And when it's like you go through all your safety spiel and stuff beforehand, it's and no photographs, and we set off and he's like, right, where's your phones? Let me take some photos for you.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, do we have any honorable mentions quickly before we wrap up the show?
A million.
I have one.
Oh no. Let's keep it to one each.
One?
One.
At least two, Michelle.
Michelle's getting hungry.
Well, good. One of mine's a
Hungry.
food
She's
place.
hungry already.
I'm getting hangry, guys.
I only have one.
I'll
Okay.
go with one that I'm surprised no one had on their list, to be fair. But I'll let someone
What?
else go. Well, Diagon Alley, I can't believe, like, I nearly mentioned it when we were talking about the reveal of Volcano Bay, that how well Universal
I thought you were
did
gonna
it.
say that.
And Diagon Alley is, I actually think, set even better than Volcano Bay because they put that bridge across the front. So you need to step out into Diagon Alley to actually get that view of the dragon. So if you just step in through the brick wall and in, you can't see the dragon because they've put that railway bridge across the top. So you literally have to set foot into Diagon Alley to get the full reveal. And that's very clever.
That was one of those obvious ones, though, I think, at least for me, where it's like, everybody would have had that on their list, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's for sure a great view.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, did you have one?
I do. It's one I've already seen a couple of times. And last time we were there, we didn't come in that way. I actually ran out to take some photographs and have a look at it. And I've never seen it at night either. And it's actually the bridge, another bridge, the covered walkway at the entrance to Royal Pacific. It's it's so pretty.
Yes,
You've got the water and all the planting and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and that had to have an honourable mention.
I can't believe you're only going to give us one. I've just thought of another one.
Go ahead, Lee.
The lobby of Sapphire Falls with that big, like beach bally chandelier-y thing is. I fell in love with that place because of that lobby.
Their pool's also phenomenal.
Well, let's just be honest. Pretty much every on-site hotel at Universal, the entrance and the lobby are phenomenal.
Yes,
every
Aventura.
single one of
Agreed.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Aventura.
So I haven't been in it.
Yeah, that one's a little bland, but
Have
all
you
the
been
other
to a
ones,
hospital?
even like Surfside and Dockside, even those have beautiful lobbies.
I mean, we haven't seen them both, but obviously we watched videos and seen pictures of it, and yes, they both look stunning for cheap sort of iDrive hotels. Yeah, they do. Yeah. They look absolutely gorgeous.
And then Hard Rock has the guitar fountain. Portofino Bay has the whole Italy thing going on. Yeah.
My honorable is going to be the Bar 17 Bistro on top of Aventura.
Ah, good one.
Yes.
Because that one you just get a real nice view of Volcano Bay. You get to see Cabana Bay and just basically like a bunch of Orlando just because you're 17 floors high.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, that's a cool spot to go to in the evening.
Yeah. It is.
I'm going to mention the Adventure Begins Bridge, but that's a different podcast altogether.
Yeah. And my honorable mention, Tracy, you might have to tell me if this has an actual different name because I know this isn't the official name, but the area right at the end of Port of Entry where you get to the water and there's all those sitting areas down there, which was most recently a U-Rest area.
I don't actually know what...
And it's got
I don't know if that has an actual name, but now...
What are you talking about?
You know, so it's behind the tips board at the top of Port of Entry where you get the best views of the Velocicoaster at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yellow submarines down there.
I was going to mention that as well. That's actually a smoker section.
Is it really?
Right.
Yeah. And the only reason why I know that is because we went with somebody once that smoked and they went there. There's like a smoker section back there.
Okay.
Well, that's funny. That's the only place you could take off your mask.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Don't get the coronavirus, but die from cancer. It's all good.
Because that's kind of no man's land, that bit at the top, because it's not Port of Entry and it's not Zeus and it's not Marvel. It's
that's where the boat ride used to be at.
But it's really beautiful down there. And honestly, it's set up for a show. Like there's even like different tiers where you can go down from different viewing areas. So there should be a show on that body of water for sure. But that view now with Velocicoaster from there is perfect.
Well, there was a boat ride that was there before.
Skipper Island Tours.
Yeah.
Because if you go down, the filigree in the metal railings has Port of Entry, like a logo in it. It's stunning.
If I'm not mistaken, weren't they? I don't know if I was watching.
So I guess it is Port of Entry.
Another YouTube show or something, but they were supposed to be a water show or something out there that you could see from the different islands.
They need an Islands Lagoon show. I mean, seriously, can you imagine all the different things that could be in that?
They've rumored it for a long time. The problem is the viewing areas around islands aren't really... They don't lend itself to...
There's not enough of them, but they made them in all the islands. Because even in, like in Seuss Landing, you have that area...
There's just as many good as there are at Epcot.
I would disagree with that.
There really aren't a ton of good viewing spots at Epcot that aren't unobstructed.
I would agree to disagree on that one, Michelle. Compared to islands,
how many times have you been there, Lee?
To Epcot?
Yes.
Once, twice.
There are a lot of places that people claim that they're good, but they're obstructed views, like they're under
It must
trees.
have been 7 or 8 times at this point.
Yeah, they're.
And we've never struggled to get a decent view. Whereas if you look at islands, I don't think there's many, not with the views that Epcot has.
I think it would be fun.
There's obviously a reason
Regardless.
they haven't done it. So I know there was rumours, and they did tests. I'm sure they tested something a couple of years ago, but obviously because they were because the actual barge, like the waterway that goes onto that lagoon, goes down between Zeus Landing and Lost Continent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we shall see. Something ever happens someday.
Well, that went off topic as usual.
It did.
But
All
yeah,
right,
like,
guys.
we could sit here all night and come up with
We could.
Yeah.
God knows how many. I mean, the place is gorgeous.
It is. And I think we can pretty much all agree that it's even more gorgeous at night.
Yes.
That's a common theme that we've seen. We've also seen a common theme that it's gorgeous from up high.
Yes.
So balconies, bridges, rides, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I wish that the parks would stay open during nighttime hours more
Agreed.
often.
Yeah.
They really
That's a residential
don't.
thing, isn't it?
I don't know,
Yeah.
because it does stay open. It's islands specifically. It's not the studios. It's more islands doesn't stay open late, but it does stay open late. So I don't see how it can be a residential thing, because surely you either can open late or you don't open late. You can't have
Yeah,
both.
I think it's just a seasonal thing, honestly, because it's really during the low seasons that it closes around 6.
But then would you class February as a low season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it was
Yes.
open till 10 o'clock when we were over in February last year.
Yep. It is a
Because-
slow season.
Yeah, but I'm saying we
But
were on...
with the event, that's probably why it stayed open.
Okay.
I don't know. Was it
Cool.
open only on the weekends or all week?
I don't know. It was Sunday night we were in.
Yeah, I think it was only on the weekends. Anyway, all right. We're going to wrap up the show. And as usual, we will end with another listener submitted Universal Is. And this one comes from Jessica Russell. All you have to do if you want to be involved is drop us an email to podcast@uuopodcast.com or send via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter what you think Universal is in 3 words or less. And Jessica says, Universal is my happy place. Totally agree, Jessica. All right. Catch you next time.
Guess that wraps things up for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You guys did all right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Listen and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere podcasts are found. You can find our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your spews, which Lou gets your poo recordings, questions, or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, and our awesome sponsors, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company. So, until next time, don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.